K-Pop Demon Hunters was just phenomenal, and the characters are so beautiful in their flaws. That's why it's so easy to resonate with them, because we all want to feel loved and accepted for who we are. Hello everyone and welcome. This is Eclectic Kelpie, where we dive into the treasure trove of fantastical media. And if you are proud of your patterns, then soda pop that subscribe button to join us on all of our adventures. Here's a quick spoiler warning for K-Pop Demon Hunters. If you haven't watched it, then continue at your discretion. But with all of that said, let's dive into the episode. Let's start off on the grand scale. Why do people need to feel accepted? We can look at it from the perspective of a survival tool. The more diverse people that you have in a population, the easier it is to ensure survival based on different skill sets, like somebody is a doctor, somebody is a carpenter to build shelters, someone's a farmer so that you can have food, like basic hierarchy of needs. We could also look at acceptance through a mental health perspective. People need people. Socialization keeps our minds healthy, and being isolated can cause brain deterioration. That's why extreme solitary confinement is considered to be a form of torture, is our brains start to literally break down if we aren't positively socialized. But the bottom line is needing acceptance is a basic human need. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. But more importantly, true acceptance. Now, our Huntrix baddies start off with hiding their true colors until they are able to come into a form of self-acceptance and then connect with each other in a deeper, meaningful way. So let's talk about the tactics that Rumi, Mira, and Zoey utilize to gain acceptance before they come into their genuine three-part harmony. Zoey's tactic is kind of stated already in the movie itself. She is a people pleaser. She is observed to continuously suppress herself in order to give other people room and space, because she simultaneously feels that she is too little and too much all at once, which is so relatable. She suppresses her self-expression to accommodate other people's comfort so that she can feel accepted, liked, and have value. She even says to Rumi and Mira that she gains value from being in Huntrix and being in association with them. So Zoey utilizes appeasing and accommodation tactics in order to feel like she's being accepted. She even goes so far as to trying ripping up her journals because Rumi has stated that she doesn't really like the song Takedown, and Zoey responds with trying to get rid of this thing that Rumi doesn't like in order to ensure that she still likes Zoey and that she is still placing value in Zoey. So Zoey's trying to get rid of something that Rumi doesn't like just in order to accommodate her feelings, opposed to Zoey being proud of the lyrics that she wrote and feeling confident in and feeling proud of her work, but she's gonna throw it away because somebody has said that they didn't like it. Now Mira, she doubles down to push people away in order to sort of accomplish a self-fulfilling prophecy. She already internally doesn't believe that she deserves love and attention because her family life has articulated to her that she doesn't have value, that she is the black sheep, that she is less than, that she is segregated and outcast from them. So with her having this mentality that she already doesn't deserve to be accepted and loved for who she is, she will purposely act in a more outlandish and aggressive way in order to push people away, so that when they do leave or she does not get that acceptance that she's craving, she knows why. She has control over it. She is taking that ownership. She is taking perceived control over the fact that people haven't accepted her. This tactic allows her to be prepared for the pain that she experiences if people do walk away. She has this sort of fake control over the situation. And Mira is incredibly intelligent. She knows that she is doing this. She is aware, and she articulates to Rumi that she acknowledges being a little bit more difficult and adversarial. But because of her deep-held belief that she doesn't deserve acceptance, she pushes people away. But we love her anyways. And finally, Rumi. She hides herself behind all of these incredible walls that she has built up and pretends to be somebody she isn't. Or at the very least, suppresses a major part of her identity that she believes will be a catalyst of people not accepting her or loving her. She literally covers up parts of herself that she is told and then later internalizes that are bad and people won't like. This is why Rumi creates such a quick bond with Jinu. She doesn't need to hide her patterns from him. She doesn't need to hide this part of herself from him. Though she starts off with some self-hatred and suppression, seeing Jinu humanize himself really does support Rumi in her ability to have self-acceptance, and that is just as important as community acceptance. When we show up as our honest selves and find confidence and are able to stand tall as our genuine, truthful human selves and realize that everybody else is just trying to do the same thing in terms of finding acceptance and connection, it really does make it easier to break down those barriers. So we have these three people who are perfectly wonderful individuals that are faking and hiding parts of themselves in order to gain acceptance from the others, when being honest would have created more fulfilling and genuine connections from the beginning. I also think that this can't be a lost point, that this is a woman-led story about altering oneself to gain acceptance in society. Zoey saying that she feels like she's too much and not enough at the same time hits really hard. Women are typically expected to navigate how much output that is acceptable in certain social circles. Mira be considered as the black sheep of her family and being expected to alter herself to conform to expectations of others that have been imposed onto her. Rumi's mother figure instills body-shaming rhetoric onto her from childhood. I think that's also something that we can't really skirt by with regards to Rumi's specific story within this film, is that she is literally body-shamed. Her body is, she's having to physically cover up parts of her that are deemed ugly and bad and undesirable, and she's having to work on finding solutions to change her body when there's actually nothing wrong with her body. But the expectation is that to be loved and to be valued and to be accepted, she has to change a physical attribute of herself. I think that that's not a very subtle point. And this is why the ending is so incredibly beautiful, is it's these three women who have been suppressed and who have been rejected and who have been forced into this mentality of needing to change to be loved, come together, show their full parts of themselves, be able to be genuine and have those really strong connections with each other, and it all leads to this big culmination of This Is What It Sounds Like. And that's one of my favorite songs in the movie because it's just so beautiful and so empowering and just delightful. I gotta say, I really hope they make more KPop Demon Hunters because it was just such a good movie and I love the world, loved the characters, would love to go back into get more story out of it, see what happened, see like how did Rumi's mother and her father meet, and like how is she half demon, and what happened after the Saja boys. Are they gonna address it? I really hope they address it, that like, oh, they just disappeared or something, like that there was, I don't know, like some fun acknowledgement that they were there and then have gone missing or whatever in a sequel movie, because I think that it would just be so perfect. And let me know in the comments, which Huntrix member do you relate to the most or that you love the most? I'm definitely a Zoey girl. I just think she's so cute and fun, and I love her weapons. I'm definitely a daggers person. But thank you all so much for watching. Everything with love, and we'll see you next time in the treasure trove. Bye!